afternoon, Mr. King. Ms. Costanzo, we are on the record in 2017 CRA 00465, State of Ohio versus Maridee Costanzo. This matter was set for preliminary hearing pursuant to bond conditions. The court ordered a urine screen. Mr. Holloway, our pretrial release officer, you wish to be heard?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. The results of the instant urine analysis are positive for morphine, oxy, benzodiazepines, PCP, amphetamines, methamphetamines, and THC. Thank you.
Could you please tell her the rest?
You do not speak, Ms. Costanzo. You have very competent counsel.
The defendant also verbally told me that she has a prescription for a benzodiazepine and an amphetamine.
I'm sure she doesn't have a prescription for morphine. Court's revoking her bond. She's remanded to the custody of the Jordan County Safety Center and held without bond.
Actually,
Ms. Costanzo, I'm going to tell you for the last time, for fear that I find you in direct contempt of court. You have very competent.
I should have filed an affidavit of prejudice on you a couple weeks ago. It's ridiculous.
Mr. Keating, you wish to be heard?
Yes, Your Honor. If you could, Your Honor, my client has struggled since her release from prison. I know the court's aware of her record. It's taken her a long time to acclimate herself back into society. She just obtained a regular, I don't know if it's full-time or part-time job. Before she was working on her own, selling trinkets, rehabbing furniture, but she finally obtained a job. The court could see its way to giving her one more chance. She would come back, take all the daily drug screens if it's the court at her own expense, if the court would allow it.
I'll pay for
She's just so concerned because she obtained this job.
It's taken 5 years.
And now it's going to be up in smoke.
It's taken 5 years to get the job.
It's taken 5 years for her to obtain a job.
I'll pay
Mr.
for it right
Keating,
now.
having had prior experience with you, I know you're advocating very well. You're very competent counsel. But the crossover of the combination of drugs is a very dangerous combination.
I take prescriptions.
She is positive for morphine. That's all I need to know on that drug screen. She is remanded and she'll be held. I don't know if you're waiving preliminary hearing. We haven't even gotten to that point. So,
Your Honor, will there be a follow-up test?
we send it out to the lab. It takes about a week for the results. So if you're not waiving, which that's fine, I understand that, the court will reset this matter for next Wednesday. If that is a good date, which would be June 7th.
Well, at this point, Your Honor, I believe we're going to waive.
If you want to go through the waiver proceeding today, that's fine with me, Mr. Keating, but that's at your...
Will the court accept the waiver today, Your Honor?
We'll certainly accept the waiver today. If you will do the paperwork for that, and we'll get you out of here, and then you'll be bound over, and you can deal with Mr. Flays and common pleas at that level. Okay? So, all right, we'll do the paperwork speedily. We'll go through that. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, as soon as Harry comes back in, I really know.
Turn this way.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Mr. Keating? Oh, ready with the waiver?
You have to go stand up.
Thank you, Mr. Keating. We are on the record again in 2017, CRA 00465, State of Ohio versus Maridee Costanzo for violations of 2913.51A, receiving stolen property, charge of felony of the 5th degree, punishable by maximum sentence 6 to 12 months in prison and a $2,500 fine. This matter was set for preliminary hearing today. Mr. King, your pleasure.
Your Honor, at this time we're going to waive, she'll waive her right to a preliminary hearing pursuant to Rule 5
I have to inquire your client as to her signature. May I do so?
Yes, sure.
Ms. Costanzo, is this your signature? This would go a lot easier if you answer me. If not, we're going to come back on another day. Can you look at it, please? Because I'm showing it to you. All right, she's remanded. We'll reset this hearing for preliminary hearing. She can sit and be uncooperative as long as she wants.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sorry.
I apologize.
No, it's not your fault. We'll set it at your convenience, Mr. Keating. Sorry, prosecutors, Boone County. Thank you for your patience today.
The clerk let us know.
Well, perhaps you guys could come to an agreement
On the date?
and time, and I'll make it work. If I go out to the clerk's office with me.
I was in the process of inquiring of Ms. Costanzo if it was her signature on the preliminary hearing. May I continue, Mr. Keating?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Costanzo, is this your signature?
Yes.
Are you a United States citizen?
Yes.
As you stand here before me, are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol that would prohibit me from knowing this waiver is made knowingly, intelligently, or voluntarily?
No.
Sure.
Is that a yes?
Yeah, whatever the answer has to be.
So you are under the influence of something that would prohibit me from knowing? Or you're not under the
Beg your
influence?
pardon, Your Honor. We needed you to ask the question again.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol that would prohibit?
Medication.
Could you please let me finish the question so the record is clear?
It's not clear because you assumed that I don't have a prescription for morphine, and I do, so that's how I got the pill to begin with.
That would test positive for OxyContin, Ms.
It's a
Costanzo.
false positive. He even said
That
that.
may be other indicators.
He even said that.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol that would prohibit me from knowing this waiver is made knowingly, intelligently, or voluntarily?
Is that according to the piss test that I just took, or reality?
Most of those drugs stay in your system up to 82 hours. Does not necessarily mean that you would be under the influence of them. They're
Is there
just,
anything as a false positive?
if you would let me finish, please.
Sure.
I have to understand that you understand the nature of these
No, I really
proceedings.
don't understand. It's like a kangaroo court, but anything you want to do, Your Majesty, is fine by me. So yes, yes, no, no, yes, no, yes.
I'm going to find her in direct contempt and order her arrested for contempt. You may take her away, Deputy. Sorry, Mr. Keating, we tried.